this new episode of hashtag like a New Yorker sport segment because yesterday we had a big fight night. Of course, I'm talking about Fury and Wilder. The match that really, to some extent, surprised everybody because we know how Deontay Wilder can be absolutely deadly and devastating with that right punch. But we have to give credit to Tyson Fury to put up a fight that was really unbelievable. If you love sport, if you love fighting, if you love boxing, yesterday was really a sweet candy for all of us. We've been waiting for this event for months. And now, of course, we can look at the match a little bit, knowing, of course, the outcome and going over what was the this match really about, what showed us, and what the two fighters showed us. First of all, of course, we have to praise and appreciate what Tyson Fury did right after the fight, basically conceding to his opponent the honor and recognizing what an effort he put up, and that he basically had to be the best version of himself to beat him. And to do that when you have just finished a match where you basically are in the mindset that you literally want to kill your opponent, that of course is never easy, and really it's something amazing about boxing that is universal and is timeless. And of course, on the other hand, we have the Gypsy King now, who is a champion and got the new belt. And of course, now everybody's already talking about when Tyson Fury is gonna fight against Anthony Joshua. But we're gonna go there in just a moment. Here, of course, if you of course want to have more news about these fights and all the details and technicalities of the match, there are many other places you can go. Here I'm going to try to give you more what is a perspective, a point of view in terms of pop culture, in terms of our culture, our society, what the match yesterday showed us. And first of all, the match yesterday reminded us that fighting sports are not just any other sport. Fighting, MMA and box especially, are not like any other sport. These are contact sports. The chances that these people are going to get injured is really high. So it is also a reminder of how brutal these sports are, because you saw Deontay Wilder was bleeding from one of his ears, and again, the mindset these athletes have when they go on a ring is not comparable to any other sport, even the most aggressive ones that we know, of course, football and hockey, but that is not comparable at all with sports where the purpose is to take your opponent down, like literally and physically. So we were reminded yesterday that's also why box is considered an art, really, the art of fighting, because it is an art. It is something that transcend what is the event itself. Yesterday, we saw these two men so hyped up. The way they entered the ring was really closer to a WWE event than a box fight, but it was great. I mean, guys, these athletes have worked out and trained for months. They've been doing this their whole life, and in the moment where they know that the world is watching, they were on the biggest stage in the world in Las Vegas, and they were able to put up that show. Tyson Fury with his dressed up as a king, and Deontay Wilder with that like super scary armor. it was just amazing. And really two superheroes. If you think about it, they really look like two superheroes, and for getting ready for the final clash. And but then they have to switch that mindset. They're basically putting up a show for the crowd, for the viewers. And then the moment they get in the ring, they have to have that mindset that they have to first of all protect themselves from the opponent, and then attack and try to defeat the other guy. So it's always remarkable to witness this, especially in a heavyweight championship, where these dudes are gigantic. They are enormous. So if you have ever been in a box match, or in a WWE event, you only realize the size of these guys when you are actually there. And heavyweight fighters are really gigantic. So what I want to say is that basically the match yesterday reminded us that it was really an allegory of life. That life is pain, and is joy, is success, is defeat, and these things are real. At the end of the day, after a basketball match, somebody wins, somebody loses, really no big deal, right? We're talking about, a sport is entertainment, right? Box is not like that. Your life changes after the match. If you win, if you lose, you're never gonna be the same person. Really, that's why in fighting sports, comebacks are celebrated differently. To go over a career, get to the point when you are at the top of the world, you become world champion, and then you know that that's gonna last only the time somebody else basically is gonna fight you, and it's gonna beat you. And to recover from that defeat, since you have to build such a big and strong ego, of course, to be beaten down, especially to be TKO'd, is really something that it's it's a life changing experience. So we were reminded that's unfortunately how life is. Life is a roller coaster where there are ups and downs, where you have to learn to enjoy the good moments, the happy moments, because you know that the bad times are gonna come, and sometimes you have to face your challenges, and you can lose, and losing hurts. And it's all about one of my favorite quote of Sylvester Stallone is, "What makes a champion is not how many times you win, is how many times you get back on your feet, and you keep fighting." And that's why box again is that special. So it's also a reminder that there is an inescapable roughness about life that requires to build resilience, but also compassion, because that's what Tyson Fury, again, a giant who just beat down the man who was considered the most dangerous boxer in the world, and he's able to show compassion to his opponent. He gives him credit. He doesn't mock him. Be careful. He doesn't mock him. He really pays respect to his opponent, and then of course celebrates. He's the Gypsy King, so he has that madness, but also is the resiliency. You know that maybe you do, maybe you don't, but after Tyson Fury lost his belt in 2015, he's been struggling with depression and mental health issues, like serious ones. So if you start putting these pieces together, it's really remarkable what this guy did. And it's a lesson. It's a lesson to all of us. When that, of course, it's not easy. It's never easy, and especially when we are in those dark times in our life, it is possible to basically jump out of that hole, and and live a better life, and even become successful. So I think it's a great lesson. It's a great example that Tyson Fury has set, and something that surely has to be praised and recognized. But let's go a little bit more into the match itself, into the fight. Now, of course, you might say, "Yeah, Joseph, of course." Now you're saying that because you know how it ended. But guys, I don't know if it's me. I don't know if I'm involved in other stuff other than this great job I have here with Living. I'm a very highly empathetic person. I have to say, when I saw the two men on the ring, and from the eyes you could get a lot already, meaning you could see that Tyson Fury was, and rewatch those images after you listen to this video. You can see that basically Tyson Fury has the face and the eyes of a man who's thinking, "This is it, this is it, this is happening, this is it. I can't screw this. I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful, and I have to stick to the plan." And you can see that. You can clearly see that even when the referee asked to touch gloves, for a moment he hesitated, like he was almost mind absent. He was really literally getting into a state of trance. On the other hand, if you look at Deontay Wilder eyes, those were the eyes of somebody who looked already defeated. He looked already, and I don't mean any disrespect towards Deontay Wilder, of course, because if the guy sees me in the street, he can kill me with basically two fingers. And this doesn't take anything away from Deontay Wilder. It's just that you could see that the two men walk in the ring with two different mindset. The Gypsy King was there, knowing that he couldn't screw that up, and that he had to stay focused. Deontay Wilder, there was something that then he mentioned afterwards, by the way, and we will go there. But you could see that there was some blocks, some like pushing the brake, in a way that he didn't look that ready for this match. And I mean, of course, you have to give credit to Tyson Fury for the kind of match that he was able to put together, and Deontay Wilder really never had a chance. Tyson Fury was always in control over the match, and basically we all know how it ended. And I want to say that again, Tyson Fury then admitted that he was able to deliver his plan, that he was able to execute the strategy exactly how he imagined with his new coach. And of course, there is really little that the opponent can do when one of the two athletes basically is able to execute the perfect strategy plan against them. And now, again, after the match, we can look at some of the details of this match, which might tell us something about what is maybe the upcoming match that everybody now is asking for, which of course is the one with Anthony Joshua. So I want to go over these details, and then I want to know your opinion, of course, on this. But consider that when it comes to age, so Deontay Wilder is 33 and the Fury is 30. When it comes to the height, Fury is 6.9, so he's a freaking giant. Deontay Wilder is 6.7. Now, if we go to the weight, Deontay Wilder 220 pounds, and Tyson Fury 257 pounds. And last but not least, when it comes to the reach, Tyson Fury has 85 inches reach compared to the 83 of Deontay Wilder. So if you look now at these measurements, you can see that basically Tyson Fury outscores Deontay Wilder in all these measurements. So he was a bigger fighter, a heavier fighter, taller with a longer reach. So, yeah, he was considered the underdog. The underdog simply because, yeah, Deontay Wilder, again, built this incredible reputation on his scores. I mean, the way he won his fights was just brutal. And again, everybody recognizes that he has the deadliest right punch in on this planet. So, but if you consider this now, and we go to what the Anthony Joshua measurements are, well, you might see that in terms of height, Anthony Joshua is a little bit shorter than Deontay Wilder. He's 6.6. In terms of weight, of course, we all know the body structure of Anthony Joshua. He's 249 pounds. Again, still significantly lighter than Tyson Fury. And his reach is 82 inches, 1 inch short compared to Deontay Wilder, and so 3 inches shorter than Tyson Fury. So again, Tyson Fury would be the heavier, taller, and with a longer reach. So also Anthony Joshua has a great technique. He has great body structure, but he doesn't have the same punch that Deontay Wilder has. So Deontay Wilder surely has the knockout punch, as we call it, but Anthony Joshua not really doesn't have that kind of weapon. So I'm not entirely sure that besides what is the blah blah blah, Anthony Joshua really wants to fight Tyson Fury. It's also true that what other options he has also because he has the unique chances. Both fighters have the unique chance to unify all the titles. So but on the way, of course, there is the rematch between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Now, is this going to happen? Of course, the entourage of Wilder has already mentioned that they, of course, have an option in their contract, in their agreement. But I don't know, guys. If you saw the match, you saw that on one side you had a very dominant fighter, on the other one, somebody who was struggling. And again, mentally to recover from Deontay Wilder, it won't be easy because I mean he was the dog, he was the bad guy, he was the killer, and now he's not anymore. I mean, he got really beat up. So to go against Tyson Fury with this mindset, this preparation, now that he has figured out a way to basically deflate the effectiveness of Deontay Wilder, I don't know. I see that it's unlikely that might happen. But at the end, let's see the point. Of course, the controversial point that, of course, the towel was thrown in the ring, stopping the match. And, of course, the corner now, it's saying the coach, Deontay Wilder coach, is saying that he disagreed with that decision. Of course, Deontay Wilder said that he wished, he hoped that they didn't do that. But, I mean, a lot of people have already said that the referee should have stopped the match earlier. I mean, clearly, there was something going on with Deontay. You could clearly see him bleeding from his ear, and that is heavy damage. I mean, can be like a devastating permanent brain damage. And since he went down from the third round on, you could see that he wasn't sure on his feet. So again, I think these kind of narratives are always put out just in order to preserve some image, like, oh, if they didn't stop him, he could have knocked out Tyson Fury with his punch. But I mean, again, if you know a little bit about boxing, you know that was almost impossible. And also, really, there is the health of the fighter that you have to consider first. So again, not really. I don't think that was a bad decision. Actually, the coach should have done that. And yeah, so again, when it comes now to the symbology of what we saw yesterday, I want to leave with this. If you saw the match, you saw at that point Tyson Fury looked like he was trying or was licking the blood over Deontay's shoulder, which it's something that is so raw. It's so rough. It's so authentic that really it was pure barbarism. It was really a Conan the Barbarian moment. It was really gladiators in the arena. It was something that really, especially as a man, to see that kind of really is that really killing instinct that again you don't see in any other sport, in any other place, but of course MMA. And really in terms of manhood, I would say it's something that reminds you that we have that thing inside. We have that thing inside that with the right in the right circumstances and in the right context, we are able to express that really ferocious aggressiveness, and that you can channel though that aggressiveness, that you can control it, that you can always somehow play by the rules, and even if you even again if you are showing the most violent part of your personality, still you can do it within a ring, within some rules. So we have to remember that we have that kind of power inside, that we have that kind of energy inside that can be destructive or can be constructive. And Tyson Fury is an example how you can be really a gladiator, you can be a barbarian in the pit, fighting, giving everything you have, and overcoming your demons, because that's what he has done, and reach the top of the world. But ultimately, remaining compassionate about his opponent. I think it's a great arc. It's a great story. It's a great example. So thank you, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, for giving us this amazing example, this amazing show. And kudos to both of you for an amazing performance. And of course, we are looking forward to see you again on the ring. For you guys, thank you for watching this video. Please remember, if you liked it, to subscribe to our channel and to activate all notifications. Joseph here from Living TV. Hashtag like a New Yorker. See you next time.